Hello, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. People, many Caucasian people ask me why I talk about race in my video, racism in particular. When they ignorant, what they fail to understand and don't want to understand is that many of them don't want to understand is that this country was built on racism. Caucasian people created racism. Europeans invented racism and divided people into groups with titles and stuff, with these so-called ethnic titles. You know, but the thing is, what y'all don't understand is that to many Caucasian people, you obviously, y'all don't experience racism. Because if y'all did, you wouldn't ask that question. But y'all like to bring up reverse racism, and then the things that y'all talk about that y'all claim that y'all victims of racism of us, and I'm like, who runs shit in this country? Caucasian people. Other Caucasian people run shit and discriminate against you, but you don't bring that up. But you turn a blind eye towards that. You are so dismissive of other people's pain and plights, but you want people to cry about your so-called pain and plight. Well, you don't have a plight. You don't go through challenges. The only thing that you might have an issue with is classism. But the thing is that a lot of poor Caucasian people think that the wealthy Caucasian people give a shit about them, and that's not the case. The wealthy Caucasian people exploit the poor Caucasian people for their own personal gain. Even when this facts has shown, like people like Donald Trump don't give a fuck about the fucking poor, y'all still support him. Talk about take America back, make America great again. But the truth of the matter is, when y'all say that shit, you're saying is that you want to go back to Jim Crow. You want to live in segregation times, where you have the advantages. You also want to enslave people of color, and you want to go into other countries and colonize and rape and pillage the fuck out of them, too. And exploit people for cheap labor, and enslave so-called black people for free labor. And then you want to talk about so-called black on black crime to justify your racism and reason why so-called black people are victims of Caucasian supremacy. When the fact of the matter is that Caucasian crime, known as so-called white on white crime, is higher than black on black crime. You know why? You know why that is? Because first of all, there's more of you than us. If so-called black people, African Americans, whatever name you want to call us, is 13% of the population, there's no way that the crime, us committing crimes against each other, can be that high. That's number one. Number two, there's no way in hell that the prison should be filled with us. If people could be overcrowded in these fucking prison systems. The fucking prison industrial complex. The only reason why just how disparity there's a lot of people of color in prison is the simple fact, especially men of color, is the simple fact that y'all condemn us on crimes, petty crimes, give us a harsher sentence than y'all give your own people do. Not only that, when Caucasian people commit crimes, they get a slap on the wrist or they get by with it. They get less time in jail. When Caucasian people commit crimes on other people, they get a slap on the wrist, or they just walk away, get away scot-free, or they just don't, or the police don't, and law enforcement and the court system and the prosecutors just turn a blind eye to it and sweep it under the rug and just let them get by and get away with murder and walk away scot-free. That's white privilege. So, but when I hear people talk about, oh, so-called black people are killing each other, well, guess what? You got so-called white people killing each other too, more so than any other group. But y'all don't want to talk about that because you think that's normal. You don't give a damn about so-called white on white crime going on in your neighborhood. Where does so-called all lives matter? Where does so-called white lives matter at? Where all lives matter at? Talking about Caucasian people killing other Caucasian people. Let's talk about the rape that's going on. You got Caucasian men raping women left and right, and they're getting slaps on the wrist. But you got women lying on men, Caucasian women lying on men of color, and based on the lie, we get locked in prison over our fucking lie because the bitch fucking lied on us and lied to the fucking world that she was raped, or she had sex, or she had a trained man on her, and then she want to cry rape. But it's funny how when I see a certain group of Caucasian males rape women, they hardly get any jail time, or they get a very light sentence, and they already just give a fake ass apology, and they go on with their fucking lives. Even if they're registered as a sex offender, they can still live life because they got connections and networks, and somebody's gonna feel sorry for that Caucasian man, likely. Most of the time it's a Caucasian man, let's just be real, and give him help him get back on his feet. But if a person of color is been served a sentence of committing a crime, either he did a crime or did not do the crime, but he's forced to do the time, we don't get no sympathy. And if we are found innocent, we don't get a fucking break. We don't get no restitution, no justice. So when I talk about racism, y'all the ones keep practicing the racism. Maybe you stop teaching racism to your fucking children and to your fucking to your fucking youth. Maybe I won't be talking about it so much. Anyhow, this is the title of the video. And Lauren Powell is a racist bitch. And the title it says it is what it is. Detroit TV anchor resigns after telling colleagues she's tired of covering niggers killing each other. Lauren Podell, and that's the title. And this is a video about her. Lauren Podell is a racist bitch. Lauren Podell, I think that's how you say her first name and last name, Lauren, and Podell, a local NBC News reporter in Detroit, Michigan, resigned on Wednesday after the word got out about her use of the N-word. Black Detroit reports. Podell, 31, reportedly used the word in a conversation with a co-worker, and the news got around the office this week, and she said to a crew member or TV producer, "I'm tired of reporting these niggers kill each other in Detroit." News of Podell's resignation was confirmed in a company-wide email that was also released on Twitter by Huffington Post front page editor Philip Lewis. The email came from the news station vice president and general manager Maura Dwartz. I think that's how you say her last name. It reads as follows. I wanted to let you know that Lauren Podell has resigned from WDIV effective immediately. Lauren asked me to convey the following during the time at WDIV. I have created many friendships that I will continue to cherish. If I receive any immediate inquiries, please forward them to Jamie for me. Or me. Thanks. Word of Podell's statement got around after Sam Riddle, a former chief of staff for former Detroit City Councilwoman Monica Conyers, quoted the reporter's words in a Facebook post. Riddle expressed his discontent over the matter and said the demonstrations were underway for Thursday morning to protest racism as a systematic issue, which it is, and the news outlet's racist cover-up. Phil Lewis. I'm tired of reporting these niggers kill one another in Detroit. I bet Rip, your career then. Lauren Podell has resigned. Basically, this is a word right here. Y'all can read it again. But fuck that bitch. Lauren Podell just resigned from WDIV. We will still demonstrate at 11 a.m. tomorrow due to systematic issues, racist cover-up, no transparency. Podell also came under fire after dropping an F-bomb on live TV. In 2015, she said, I don't have interferable feedback. I don't know when we're going, nor says Jim. I can't get this fucking in there. I'll read that again. She said, I don't have interferable feedback. I don't know when we're going, neither does Jim. I can't get this fucking in there. And that's the end. I'm gonna just get the rest of my commentary on this bitch. I am so sick and tired of you pale skin monkey bitches keeping this racism going. You are the first you're the ones, y'all the bitches who teach your sons and daughters to be racist. And then your husband, your baby's father, reinforces that racism. But y'all the first teachers of the children keeping this racist bullshit going. And as far as Lauren Podell, fuck that bitch. Fuck her. She talks about she's tired of niggers killing each other. Which, I mean, but she don't say nothing about the people within her community. What about are you sick and tired of Caucasian people killing each other? Are you sick and tired of Caucasian men randomly raping and attacking women, beating on women? You bitches don't say nothing about it. You give cover to your pale-skinned monkey male counterpart, which is the Caucasian man. You protect your fathers, your brothers, your sons, your male relatives, you Caucasian females, you. When Caucasian males are killing cops, y'all silent. When Caucasian males are discriminating against women, you as a woman, fucking you, sexually harassing you, sexually assaulting you, grabbing you by the pussy, raping you as a woman, or other women, terrorizing people, terrorizing the world, bullying people, fucking with people, stealing resources, stealing lands. I forgot you reap the benefits of his fucking evils, but you fucking support. That's why you don't say a goddamn thing. And it's funny. And it's funny how it's funny how Caucasian females talk about how bad about male oppression when they like to create this narrative that men of color and men of other ethnicities are violent and rapists and abusers to women, but she don't talk about Caucasian men. and how Caucasian men are the biggest pedophiles. Caucasian males and females are the biggest pedophiles, the biggest rapists. And Caucasian females are the biggest liars of rape. They're always making false accusations against men when it comes to rape. Making false rape accusations, false accusations of domestic abuse, false claims of sexual harassment. And it's funny how, I was watching part of The View. I really don't watch The View, but my mom and my brother was watching The View. It was basically recorded, and Megan Kelly, I'm just not gonna go off the subject, but she's just like this devil right here. And she's talking about how she was sexually harassed and violated and victimized and didn't say nothing. And it's funny how when it comes to Caucasian males who are in power and got wealth and status, these women are silent. But they will have no problem accusing a so-called black man of a sex crime. Get your facts straight, Lauren Podell, and the rest of you Caucasian bitches, the racist ones. And if you're a Caucasian woman and you're not racist, and you don't believe and you against racism, you better check these bitches who are racist and within your group. You need to call out Caucasian on Caucasian crime, white on white crime. You know, white on white crime does way more damage to everybody than so-called black and black crime does. Black and black crime does not affect nobody else but people of color, but black people, basically. But when it comes to so-called white on white crime, it is way higher than anybody else's so-called black and black crime, Latino on Latino crime, Asian on Asian crime, you name it, Middle Eastern on Middle Eastern crime. First of all, what you bitches and what you racist motherfuckers don't understand, the only time you want to use that so-called black and black crime argument is to justify your fucking racism and hatred for people of color. To justify police brutality. But you don't say, but when white on white crime happens, and I've done reports on white on white crime, y'all motherfuckers y'all ignore that shit because you think that's normal. But the only time y'all say something using your words, I'm going to throw it back on you. The only time y'all want to get upset if a so-called black person kills a Caucasian person or rapes a Caucasian woman. That's when y'all get all hot and bothered and get your panties all in the fucking bunch. But let it be a Caucasian man raping a Caucasian woman or raping a Caucasian girl, nobody says shit. Let it be a Caucasian person committing fraud, welfare fraud, y'all silent. Y'all milking the system, y'all silent. You got Caucasian people beating up on and bullying Caucasian people. And let me Caucasian people kill each other like you would not believe. Not only that Caucasian people kill each other, but they kill other people. They go outside of other people's communities, sticking the nose where it doesn't fucking belong, and terrorizing other people of color. Just for the hell of it. Because they feel they can. I mean, and let's just go with what you said, it was this so-called black and black crime. Let's go with this bullshit narrative. Who created black and black crime? Last time I checked, we never got reparations. You gave us shitty schools. You gave us lack of opportunities. You took opportunities away from us. You outsourced jobs. You bring drugs in the street. You bring poverty and refer on people of color. You tell, and you lie to us and deceive us to join your movements and work with the system, the racist ass system that you control, that you people control, your people control, Lauren. And then you wonder why that happens. But Caucasian people, there's no excuse for Caucasian people to kill each other like y'all do. Steal, rape, and pillage, and subjugate, exploit, take advantage of people, bully people, terrorize, brutalize, and maim and lynch and kill. I mean, you name it. Other heinous crimes. Killing children for no reason. profiling, racially profiling, just committing acts of hate crimes on people because they are a different skin color than you, which is sad and pathetic. How you evil abominable devils do. But y'all like to portray yourselves to be like so caring, so sweet, so angelic, especially the Caucasian female. Oh, she can't do no wrong. She was not in a good mood. She was on her period. She was going through menopause. I mean, the excuses is fucking ridiculous. You know, oh, I didn't mean to say, oh, I'm not racist. When you are racist, this bitch is fucking racist. I hope this bitch, somebody shoots this bitch in the fucking face. Yeah, I said, I hope she gets kidnapped and get drugged, beaten, and raped to death. And I hope she dies of cervical cancer and dies from breast cancer. You stupid ass racist bitch, you. And you other Caucasian bitches who think like this. That's all I gotta say on the issue. I'm out. Peace. One more thing. I hope this bitch really does suffer and rest in hell. And goes back to the fucking cage that she fucking came from. And suffers in total hell and damnation for what she has done and said about us. And you know what I mean by us, as people of color. You know, this racist bitch needs to be fired. She needs to be blackballed. And I hope she don't find a fucking job. I hope people put the pressure on these employers and people find out who she is. And yeah, I'm not gonna like go into detail of what to do, but I'll just say this: I hope she does not find another career opportunity, and I hope somebody gives her hell to pay for what she has said, and holds her against her for life. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace.